Hi guys, I wanted to do a little video about a little bit of everything. Sorry, I'm kind of getting a cold. I kind of want to go over like maybe five points. You'll see. So question, how I found my homeschool, or the program that I'm going through. I had just moved back from Germany. Yes, I lived in Europe for a couple years. I moved back and I didn't necessarily want to be with the people I grew up with. That seems a little harsh, but it's true. I'm one of those kids that sits in the back of the room. I'm paying attention, but the teacher stops to let the student go get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, go to the nurse's office, go to the office, go to the principal's office, go to their locker. I'm like, get on with the lesson. I am trying to learn. I gotta focus, like, and I'm off, like, drawing on my notebook, but I'm paying attention. So I don't know, I'm that student. But I found it. It's a pretty old school, like, program. You apply online and you send them like your whole transcript. So they give you a packet in the mail because that's what you sign up with, your address. So they send you a packet, you fill it out. You say, why are you looking into homeschooling? Why are you doing this? How was school for you? What was your troubles? Because they want to set a base where they grow with you, which is amazing. I love it. I started out where I would refuse to do homework. I knew this stuff, but it didn't show on my test. So if you ask me, what's 2 plus 2? Oh, I know that's 4, but like on paper, it was hard for me to explain because I would skip the explain your answer part or other things like that. So I'm glad I found my school. My thoughts on my school, it's basically, it's created to you. When I first started, I was home alone, and it was really hard because I wouldn't do it all day, and then when my mom came home from work, she would help me, but then I moved out because there was a lot going on in my family, so I moved out, and now I do it around my schedule. Like if I have to make lunch, then I take an hour lunch, or if I have to go run and get my cousin from school, I take off then. I can work from 12 to 12. I can do any hours, but I have to complete your state standard time, which is 25 hours a week. So I could work from 8 p.m. like after dinner to 2 a.m. every night if that's how it worked for me. Like let's say, this is my problem right now. I'm working on a research paper and I can't do it during the time that everyone's home. So I have to do it at night or I have to do it early in the morning. So like right now where I should be doing it, but I wanted to create this video for those who are curious and maybe have programs like this and see how it worked for me. But you log on basically and it's a 3-step process, sometimes 4. You do your study for 10 minutes, which you click through and you read the little things. Then you do a practice test, which when you click on it, it says wrong or right. So then you need to like study and make sure you know it. Then you go on to your master test, and it doesn't allow you to have answers, but I use my notebook, and sometimes I have to Google. If it says, what does this word mean? I'm like, I don't have that in my notes, so I gotta Google it. Google's my best friend. I found that Quizlet and this is for everything. Quizlet, EasyBib, it's something for like biography. I don't know. Then there's something where like Grammarly, or I don't know. There's like a whole bunch of things out there that help me writing papers or answering questions. So, you get on and you sometimes have an essay to do, and if you look in your syllabus before, then it tells you whether you need to do that essay or not. I don't do the essays, just that's me. I never have for the 3 years I've been in school. 3 years in school, yes, that means freshman year, junior, sophomore, junior, and senior year. 4 years of school into 3. I worked pretty hard. So where I'm at in school right now is it's senior year for me. I have 2 more assignments until I have to go take my final, which is on the 12th of January, which it's the 9th of January right now. So yeah, I've got a final coming up real soon. So immediately after that, I've got 4 assignments. Then I graduate, so it's pretty awesome. So I've got a resume, cover letter, job application that I have to send or scan in to my teacher, and then I have to go for the job interview because it's your next step of life. You go work. And yes, some people work during high school. I worked during high school too. All freshman year, all 8th and 9th grade, I worked. So, yeah, you're probably like, wow, you were probably 15. Yeah, I worked under the table. Or you could do little jobs like babysitting. So, I'm graduating soon, and that will be end of January, beginning of February. My bad. A bit tired. I only had 8 hours of sleep, and I know that's enough, but I'm tired. So my plan after school, since I graduate January, February, let's say beginning of February, I would go to my actual school's graduation. That is in May. Yeah, that's when people graduate. So yes, I'm gonna have my graduation when I graduate. So technically, after you take your last final with my program, you're technically a high school graduate. So you can go ahead and apply for jobs that mean, like, where there are requirements like you must have a high school or GED diploma. You must be, like, let's say 18. You must have a year's experience of customer service. I don't know. You can go ahead and get a good job because there's good jobs out there. So my plan was school, after school, after school, I'm gonna go take a year's course. I think that's what it is. I don't know. It's EMT course, and it'll get me a pretty good job. I want to be an EMT, but if I pass and can't find a job, because usually they help you with finding any little work. Either like they recommend you to volunteer, help out at events where they're like, we need medical people. Like if your church is having a little event, they want people that know how to save a life there in case someone falls, if someone has a heart attack because the heat or heat stroke, someone like that. I don't know. It's what I want to do. I want to work in the medical field. I don't want to be a doctor. I think that's just too many years of work, of school, and you're still paying off your debt until you basically die. So, I mean, some people get put through school. Some people have parents that pay for their school. But with me, I gotta pay for it all myself. So right now, since I'm graduating real soon, I'm gonna find a job, save up every dime, and that will be my college fund. Any tips on getting through school? Just know there's the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm finally realizing it. because freshman year I was like, oh my gosh, I am not going to finish high school. Like, this is horrible. Then I found homeschool, and it's so much fun because you get to have a life. You're not stuck to your computer or books for 12 hours a day, because you go to school for 8 hours, then you have to come home and do homework, and then you go study. I mean, it's horrible. Here, I study as I go. It's fantastic. But tips, so like, let's say you get allowance, or maybe you have a job, and you go and spend your money. I've put all my change in glass lemonade bottles. I've put it in little coffee tins. You just save your change. And also, what I've found to be easy is use your small change before you use your big change. So let's say you get, I don't know, like $25, put the 20 away and use the 5. Or if you have a bank account like I do, every month go and dump your change and put it into savings where you can't touch it. So right now I've accrued probably good $90, and that's within a year. So yeah, it's pretty easy, but it's tempting to like pick at your change, and you're like, oh, I could go take that in for money, or oh, we're going on a shopping trip, I could really use that extra 90. No, you could use that extra 90 after school. So even as an adult, dump your wallet, dump your purse, put ones in your piggy bank, because sometimes people don't like to use small change, but I prefer to use small change. That's why I spend a lot. But definitely balance yourself. I don't know if they teach you in school, but if you get a $100 paycheck, 75% you save, and then use that 25%, like that $25, towards fun stuff. Like, let's say you need new lipstick, you need, I don't know. And it's harder if you're like living on your own and you have to support yourself 100%. Like, you're paying for car insurance, your car payment, cell phone bill. I feel for you, because I'm at that point in my life. I don't live on my own, but I don't have insurance on myself, so I have to figure out after school how to do that. And in 4 months, my phone is up for its contract, so I'm gonna have to trade that in and make do. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna explain it all on here, but it gets easier, it gets harder, but just once you have a good education, get a good job, you'll finally have money. But learn to budget. Budget your time, budget your money, budget your family. Like, I mean, so let's say you have friends that don't like necessarily talk to you every day. Don't go out of your way like, oh, I'll spend an hour driving to you and I'll pay for your lunch. No, you need to budget your friends. You need to budget everything, literally. Like, yeah, I don't know. Good luck. That's all I really have to say. Bye.